We are doing US 221. So that's US 21's children. US 221 starts from Perry, Florida, Valdosta, Georgia, Hazelhurst, where we meet US 23, Avoid Augusta, Spartanburg, South Carolina, Boone, North Carolina, Galax for US 58 in Virginia, Hillsville, Roanoke, and to Lynchburg for US 221. So we're going to start in Perry, Florida. We are on US 98, so US 221 begins here in Perry, Florida. Here's US 27 that will take you into Miami to Tallahassee. Well, this is bad for Interstate 10. Why are we signed Lake City? This should have been Jacksonville, Florida. And why are we signed for Tallahassee? This should have been Mobile, Alabama. We are joining US 90 in Florida. We are on US 90 and US 221 in Florida. So US 221 will head into Georgia eventually. We are leaving US 90, so US 221 is turning right. And we are entering into Georgia to Brooks County. So welcome to Georgia, okay. So we're heading to Quitman. We are joining US 84 for Valdosta. So US 221 is now congruent with US 84. I have done my US 84 video since April. Okay, this is bad. Why are we getting Lake City for Interstate 75? This should have been Tampa. And then second of all, it should have been Atlanta, Georgia. Not Macon. Hey, I know US 84 gets on US 25 with US 301. Because US 25 and 301 are part of Georgia. So US 25 comes from Brunswick with US 84 and US 301. We leave Jesup. We are splitting off with US 84 with US 221. So now US 41 and US 221 are now congruent, so we're leaving US 84 for Waycross. We are turning right on US 221, so we're leaving US 41 alone. So US 41 will head into Macon. We are meeting US 129 in Georgia. And now we're splitting off with US 129. So US 221 will be turning left. So eventually, we are now leaving US 129. So US 221 has a mileage sign if we're leaving US 129. Eventually. Oh, now we get a mileage sign. So it's for Pearson for 20 miles. That's where we meet US 82. And Douglas is 36 miles. Why are we getting small towns for US 221? I'd rather see a big town, not just small towns. We are about to join US 441. So we're eventually meeting US 82. Eventually. We are meeting US 82. That will take you into Tifton. US 82 will go into Brunswick or Waycross, I think. We are splitting off with US 441. We are signed for Hazelhurst for US 221. On the other side, you can see US 23 and 341 in Hazelhurst. Okay, we are signed for Glenwood for US 280. So we're meeting Interstate 16 eventually. We are signed for Louisville for 65 miles and Superton for 14 miles. We are meeting Interstate 16 for Savannah, Georgia. And then we're signed for Macon. This should have been Atlanta, Georgia. We are meeting US 80. That will take you into Macon. And this will start in Tabby Island, I think. Oh yeah, US 80 used to go to California, but not anymore. It ends in Dallas, Texas. Kite is 11 miles and Louisville is 35 miles now. So we're getting mileage signs now. We are meeting US 19 for Bartow and Wrightsville. So US 319 will be congruent with US 221. We are leaving US 319. We are assigned for Louisville and Wadley. And we're meeting US 1, the great US 1. So now we're congruent with US 1 and US 221. And we're signed for Augusta for turning straight. That is a great choice for US 1. US 221 does not go to Augusta. And now it looks like US 1 is splitting off with US 221. US 221 is turning left. We are meeting US 78 and 278. Why are they all together? This is so crazy. We are meeting Interstate 24 at Atlanta, and we are signed for Augusta. This should have been Columbia, South Carolina. And we're about to head into South Carolina. We are joining US 378 for Greenwood and Lincolnton. So 23 miles for Greenwood. So 378 is another US 78's children. We are leaving US 378, so US 221 is staying straight. We are joining with US 178. We are leaving US 178, so US 221 is turning right, but I will do my US 78 video until July, I think. This is running from Charleston, South Carolina, all the way to Arkansas. Here's US 76. That will take you into Columbia, South Carolina. US 76 goes into Blairsville, Georgia. We are meeting Interstate 385. That is signed for Columbia and Greenville. This should have been Atlanta, Georgia. We are meeting Interstate 26. That will take you into Asheville and Columbia. These are all right choices. This is a great choice for Interstate 26. This is not an interstate. That is a future Interstate 26. Why would they do that in Nashville, North Carolina? We are meeting US 176. This will be part of my video for US 76's children. We are meeting Interstate 85 for Charlotte, North Carolina. That is a great choice. But Greenville, this should have been Atlanta, Georgia. So we're about to head into North Carolina. We are meeting US 74. This will take you into Asheville from Charlotte for US 74. And we are now entering to North Carolina. I forgot the welcome to North Carolina. I just passed it. And we're about to see US 64. US 64, that will take you into Bryson City from Murphy, North Carolina. Because it comes from Franklin, North Carolina. Okay, Interstate 40. Why are we getting Morganton? This should have been Winston-Salem. And why does it say Asheville for Interstate 40? That is a great choice for Interstate 40's choice. Okay, why is this North Carolina 226? So in this future on North Carolina, this should have been Interstate 226. Here's US 70 that will take you back to Interstate 40. So we're in Marion, North Carolina. So we get a mileage sign. Okay, we get Newland for 28 miles and Spruce Pine for 18 miles. We are joining US 321. US 321 will take you into Hickory. So US 321 will go into Boone with US 221. US 221 is turning right, so we're about to meet US 421. So US 21's children. And we're about to get on US 421. So we're about to get into Virginia. We are officially leaving US 221. So 421 would head into Winston-Salem. So US 221 will head up to Virginia. with US 21. We are signed for Independence, so US 21 is signed for Sparta. So now we're joining with US 21. So US 21 will go into Wytheville and end there. And welcome to Virginia. And why are we going into the Virginia orange light? Like VDOT. Why are you doing this? So now US 221 is leaving US 21. 21's turning straight into Wytheville. So we're about to get on US 58 for Galax with US 221. And we're crossing a pretty mountain in Virginia. We are meeting Interstate 77 for Wytheville, Virginia, and Charlotte, North Carolina. Because Danville for US 58, Martinsville, it says to US 52. So we're heading to Hillsville. We are meeting US 52. This will take you also to Wytheville. So we'll head into Mount Airy, North Carolina. Here we are in Roanoke. So there's US 220 and Interstate 581. So we're in downtown Roanoke. We are meeting US 460. That will take you into Lynchburg. So US 11 is in Lynchburg. No, it's not. US 11 stays in Roanoke. So US 221 and 460 are going to Lynchburg. So that's US 60's children. We're in the middle of nowhere in Virginia with US 221 and US 460. I wish we get Lynchburg for US 221 and US 460. We are leaving US 460 for Bedford for US 221. So we're signed for National D-Day Memorial. We are meeting US 501. That is another US 1's children. And now US 221 ends in Lynchburg, Virginia. So that is it for US 221. Later we will do US 321. So see you for the next video for US 321. Goodbye.